Hi everyone. So we come to the end of our books. I've enjoyed sharing the Lord of the Rings trilogy with you this term, and I've loved hearing about your books as well that you were reading and learning about them. Does the novel fit the genre? Yes, it's a fantasy story. And did it follow or buck the expected tropes and conventions related to the genre? It fit, it followed. We had the hero's journey, and we also had a little bit of coming of age for some of the characters, like Pippin, who was the youngest member of the Fellowship, and the other characters changed and evolved as well over the time of the story. And with what other genres could have been were possibly blended in, I would say a little bit of romance, a little bit of young adult, considering, like I said, Pippin's age. And did he do well with the author? Did well with the end of the book? I think so. He tied up quite a few storylines, like with Aragorn, who was one of the people on the Fellowship with Frodo. Aragorn became king in the end after the final big battle that won everything, and the ring had been destroyed by Frodo and Sam in the volcano at the end of the book. Not trying to be too spoilery there. And so they left Gondor, Frodo and Sam and Merry and Pippin did, after Aragorn was crowned king. They made their way to Rivendell so Frodo could see Bilbo one more time. And then they made their way to the Shire to find the Shire in all kinds of disarray. It was not beautiful. It was not any of the things that they had left behind. It had been basically destroyed in a lot of ways. A lot of the hobbits were taken hostage and locked up in little jail cells and made to work for the evil people that had taken over. And Frodo and the others were able to free them, and they started to rebuild the Shire to what it once was. But for Frodo, in the end, he did not stay very long in the Shire because he felt that the Shire really wasn't home to him anymore like it was the others. So when the elves were leaving Middle Earth, in sailing west, they offered Bilbo and Frodo the rights to be able to go with them. So Frodo left the Shire and left Middle Earth with the elves to spend the rest of his days in peace and tranquility with Bilbo and the elves and some other people that were afforded the same kind of respect for what deeds they had done. Frodo was afforded this respect because he helped to save Middle Earth by having helped destroy the ring. And how well does it fit the genre? It fits the genre very well for being fantasy. And like I said before, it also has the little bit of the romance with Arwen and Aragorn's romance and the eventual marriage. And there were a couple of other characters that wound up getting together, which was Eowyn, who was from Rohan, and she wound up falling in love with Faramir, who was from Gondor, and they started a relationship and moved to somewhere in Gondor near Rohan to live out the rest of their lives. And Faramir actually worked for Aragorn as like a liaison ambassador type person. And that's it.